Okay, so it's kind of been a really long while since we did this, and that's only because my computer has been full to the brim of shit that it doesn't need to be full of. But it's quarantine, so I cleared a whole bunch of stuff off, and I decided to start a CAS series that's like the kids I went to high school with. Because I've seen a whole bunch that are like, oh, high school cliques, high school this, high school that, and that's not the experience I had. Definitely not. I don't know if it's actually like that in other high schools, but the one I went to, that was not a thing. So, okay, here goes. This first one is a group of kids that we all collectively called the Key Kids. They were the ones who lived out in the Keys and had no business coming to school that far in. I mean, really, it must have taken them over an hour to get there every morning, but whatever. And they would have been, I guess, our version of the Mean Girls. I don't know. It didn't really work for them because like they wanted to be the mean girls in the movie, but people didn't like them and weren't intimidated by their attitudes. And also they kept getting in fist fights. And I mean that was just like, that's just high school people get in fist fights, but I'm pretty sure the like mean girls aren't supposed to. I've never seen a movie where one of the mean girl characters gets in a fist fight and they 100% did. Not like regularly, but actually that was the only time anyone ever like threatened me in high school. I accidentally pissed one of them off, and she flipped the fuck out and was saying she was gonna like fight me after school or something. But I was really out of it in high school, so I like kept forgetting that she had threatened to physically attack me. And people were like, "Oh my god, what are you gonna do after school?" And I was like, "I don't know, probably a nap. Why? Do you have plans?" It was rough. She got really angry about that. And then she didn't even end up following through on it. I left the school building and she wasn't even around. I was like, alright, whatever, I'm not gonna wait around for you. Um, okay, anyway. So that's the Key Kids. Definitely one of the things they did in general was flat iron the shit out of their hair. Oh my gosh. Like, it was very, very, very straight. I couldn't find a hairstyle that was straight enough in The Sims, but it was like sheet of paper straight. Like it just hung directly down off their faces, and there was like always like a middle part going on. You had the pencil straight hair and the middle part, and that's how you knew. And the huge lashes, that's because like huge false lashes all the time. I don't have those in my like game that aren't in the skin details section, but if I had, then they would have. I don't know what it was about the huge false lashes, but they were a must. Um, I'm putting them in street clothes because the school uniform was just not that thrilling, and honestly, about half the time they wore street clothes anyway. So that's why we're all gonna be dressed in street clothes today. There was something about by the time I was in high school, most people were wearing like air quotes mom jeans. Like that's more what was in. It's like kind of loose pants, like with the cuff rolled up so that you could see the socks and then the fancy shoes. They hadn't gotten that memo. So they were more of the tight skinny jeans. And often they would have them with like, the artful rips. Where I went to school, if your jeans were ripped, it's because they were fucking ripped. Like, you did something and your pants got ripped. But not for the Key Kids. I don't even remember what that shirt said, but I'm sure it's accurate. And, okay, so I made her materialistic, and that is not me being like a bitch. A real life conversation I had with one of them was, she was like, oh, sometimes you think things that are going to be a really big deal turn out not to be, and I was like, yeah, sure. And she shows me this bracelet she's wearing, and it's like a really thin gold bracelet with a tiny little diamond, and she's like, I begged my parents for this bracelet, and I really thought it was just gonna, like, change things when I got it, but then I got it, and it's actually just a bracelet, and I was like, and I really couldn't figure out if she was joking or not, so I like asked around because I was going crazy over it. I was like, no way, she just said that. But she did. She fucking did. She was for real about it. She really was like, I thought this bracelet was gonna change my life. I was like, oh my god, okay. Also, I forgot to put makeup on the last girl. That was an accident. I put it on later. You'll see it in the screenshots. The other reason they weren't really mean girls is because there were also guys involved. And they all had, like, the same look going on for them. Every single one of them. I could not tell them apart. I mean, I also wasn't paying a huge amount of attention to boys in high school, but, like, they were all the same looking. I was like, oh, I don't know. That could be fucking anyone. It really could. And, honestly, kind of the girls, too, really looked similar. The Key Kid girls really looked similar. Yeah, he's got, like, the inexplicable, like, native-inspired tattoo, even though he is not even a little bit native. And they were like that. Oh my god. Tattoos were really big at my school. I really like tattoos. I think they're cool as hell, honestly, but I don't know where these kids were getting tattooed at. If a 15-year-old walked into my tattoo shop, I'd be like, I don't know, buddy. I don't know. I was looking through and I realized I have, like, no fucking male CC, but I finally found some. Definitely the jacket, for sure. I've seen that, like, exact jacket get worn. And then I was trying to find the right, like, pants, and I don't have, like, fucking any, apparently. But I eventually went with the, these ones in that swatch. Because that's really, they would show up to school full out wearing an outfit like this. Like, this was the thing. And then the bright white sneakers. 100%. I've seen it 1,000 times. And the other thing with the Key Kids is they were getting in fights like 24/7. Like, the girls hated each other, the guys hated each other, the girls hated the guys hated the girls, and they hated everyone else also. It was kind of, it was a thrill to watch, really. Every time I ran into any of them, they were fighting with someone. It was crazy. It was so funny to me. This is going to be the last one. Yeah, my screen kind of glitched out there for a minute, so it's like, I don't know. Everything just jumps around. The lag, that's not like the video not working on your screen. It was just legitimately lagging like crazy. I wanted to do more people, but I only had time. I could only do 3 because my computer was just freaking the hell out. It was like, I'm gonna die in 4 trillion degrees. Oh no. The super sculpted eyebrows to look really angry all the time. Like, I'm all for doing your eyebrows, first of all. Doing your eyebrows is really cool, looks great, and they're your goddamn eyebrows. It's not my business. But they always had them in, like, these crazy arched points, and I was like, oh, girl, we know you're mad. You don't have to tell us. We know you're mad. Okay, the hair that I pick out for this girl is so cute. One of my favorites, honestly, but I'm, like, super bummed that, okay, well, you'll understand when you see it. Probably. Anyway, I went to go find the eyelashes for her, too. I did remember to give this one makeup on screen, so that was good. But, you know, it's just one of those things. It was wild experiencing them. And I mean, okay, this is gonna sound so fucking mean, but they really all looked alike. Like, to the point where there were these 2 girls, and for a large part of, like, the time I spent at school, I thought there was only one of them, and that some days she just looked better than others. And then I saw them both at once, and I was like, oh my god, there's 2. But when I brought this up with other people, they agreed. They were like, yeah, we also thought they were the same person, just having good days and bad days. Which is such a bitchy thing, and I cannot believe it's a real thought I had. I was kind of terrible in high school, honestly. I've grown out of most of it. My issue with this hair, it is amazing, and I love it. My only issue is that I wish it came with baby hairs. I think that'd just be so cute with the little curl. Like the little stuff. I love it. I really wish it did, but it doesn't. We will soldier on regardless. When I was in high school, that's when matte lips were really, really in, and everybody had them. I think I gave the other girl shiny ones, not matte, but it was more common for sure. That, and that was when like the really extreme highlighter was in. These girls would come to school decked the fuck out. It was like they were getting ready to go clubbing. I was like, girl, like, I know you're flirting with the math teacher, but he's not into you. Because that was a thing. We had more than one teacher, like, air quotes, asked to leave because he slept with students. It was pretty brutal. See, these are the kind of pants that were more in while I was in school, but they were not what key kids wore. Yeah, I think these are the pants I gave her. Yeah. So that's the look I went for. And I was really sad that I could not, you know, spend a little more time, get a couple more, but my computer was burning up. Like, I accidentally touched the part next to the trackpad and it, like, burned my fucking hands. It was rough. So, that's where we go. And this time, oh my god, I have screenshots like a real fucking professional. Check this shit out. I watched a YouTube video on how to put in screenshots properly, so you're so welcome. I could not find really great poses for male Sims. They all ended up. This is him shouting across the hall. He's shouting slurs, just so you know. That's what they do. I hated them so much. And this is. Okay, wait, this picture? This is her telling you to shut the fuck up. Now she's like, what's wrong with you? Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. My blog is in the description below. Fuck me, I did it again. Anyway, ciao.